Welcome everybody to Rider Real Time with Nick Barbati. As always, I'm your host, Nick Barbati. This is the 4th episode of Real Time. As you can see, the production values still have not improved in any way. In fact, we are on our 3rd set. I still don't know which is best, but you're more than welcome to vote on com.rider.edu/run. I gotta tell you, I don't even know that we can afford to put a poll up on there, considering I still don't have a fruit basket or anything from Run. I don't think they want me here, people, but that won't stop the controversial comments and the great guests that are flowing here on Real Time. When I was asked to put together this show, I had a dream list of celebrity guest hosts that I wanted to bring on. There's none more intimidating, but none better than the Supreme Queen of Rider University, Miss Karin Torchia. Welcome to Real Time.
Thank you. I am beyond excited to be here. I have seen your show, and spectacle does not describe it. So yeah. I'm very excited. Couldn't sleep last night. You know, I just couldn't wait to get here.
The nerves were getting to you?
Nerves were getting to, but you know, you and me, we always have so much to talk about.
This is true.
I don't know how long this show is. It might go a little bit longer than normal.
Yeah, we might go over with the tape.
Absolutely.
To give you guys a little bit of a background, Karin and I are actually really good friends. So hopefully the conversations will flow. We usually say we're going to start with hot topics. I think with us, it's going to be an entire show of hot topics. So there's no use bothering with that. But Karin, just to introduce yourself a little to the community, can you tell us a little bit about what you do and how you got to Rider?
Sure. I've been at Rider for 9 years. I mean, I don't think you were even a student here yet when I got here. May of 2000. So I'm the Associate Athletics Director for External Operations and Development and the Senior Women's Administrator. Longest title in the history of Rider University. I actually, when I give people a business card, I have to give them 2 because the title goes from one card to the other. So, but I do all the marketing and promotions for our 20 sports here, men's and women's sports.
Very, very cool. Well, it's a long title, but a long job description. Karin's always working on some exciting projects and working hard. So we thank you, of course, for your work here at the university. But we're working on a special project that's coming up. It's December 4th. We've promoted it a little on the show so far, but we're going to talk about it a little bit today, and that is Cranberry and White Night, the return to Rider University. What are you thinking about it? I think it's going to be special.
Well, I think it's going to be great, and it's a great alternative since we couldn't do Midnight Madness this year, unfortunately, due to the flood in the gym, but we had to come up with something because the students were upset. So Cranberry and White Night kind of gives a nod. It's a little old school, goes back to the roots before we joined the MAC. And we're just hoping everybody comes out, shows their school spirit. It's shades of Macness. Yeah. Not exactly Macness, so we don't want anybody to get confused by that. But you'll have the dance team, the cheerleaders, the band, highlight videos of the teams, giveaways, T-shirts, that kind of stuff. It'll be fun. It's right 2 days before our first MAC game when the men play Marist on Sunday, December 6th. So everybody needs to come out. Yeah.
I mean, I was quoted in the Rider News this week of saying,
You're such a celebrity.
As you can see,
so impressed.
On the front cover, I am, the king of all media.
This is actually not him, by the way, just in case anyone gets confused. The article is here. This picture does not go.
Absolutely. I am the king of all media at Rider University. I'm sorry, Howard Stern. I am closing in on you rapidly. But I'm saying that this is a pep rally and not the traditional kind of way. I was thinking about going big with my entrance. I was going to, invade Cranberry and White Night.
Go for it.
Descend are you going to wear from the ceiling?
No. Are you going to wear the cranberry costume and descend from the ceiling?
I mean, it's maybe just like unveiling me and like doing something. We'll see. I don't know. Like maybe the cranberry hatches me out of an egg, which I think would be enjoyable.
I think if anyone wasn't going to be there that night, that might actually get them to come.
I agree.
To see someone get hatched from a cranberry egg.
Listen.
I mean, that is epic scene.
Yeah, we might need to save that one for the future. But once again, December 4th is Cranberry and White Night taking place in the Alumni Gym. Doors will open at 8 p.m. Like we said, come early and be prepared for a really enjoyable show. But more than that, I think what we want to get across is come to the basketball games, come to all the athletics events, and support and engage in some school spirit. I think it's going to be awesome.
Absolutely. But, I do have to shamelessly plug one thing. The St. Joe's men's basketball game on November 30th, going to be on television from our gym. Yeah. Encouraging everybody come get their tickets now because St. Joe's people trying to line up, trying to get our tickets. They're constantly calling us. We do not want St. Joe's people in our gym.
Okay, all right.
I even got a nasty email from somebody last night a student, because I send out things to students and to the faculties, I got somebody who sent me a nasty one back with a expletive 4-letter word that said something to the effect of blank rider, the hawk will never die, go St. Joe's. So
that will not happen in alumni gym.
That hawk is going to die in alumni gym. I'm going to tell you that. Our men's basketball team is going to take care of business that night, and the whole crowd needs to be there to take care of it.
Well, I don't know if you know the story of how I got to Ryder.
No.
It ties into St. Joe's. I was supposed to go to St. Joe's.
Was that email from you?
No. I would use many more 4-letter words if I were to write an email, upset email. We're kidding, of course. There'd be full of them.
Yes.
But I was actually supposed to go to St. Joe's as an undergrad student, and my guidance counselor lost my application. And when I say supposed to, I really wanted to go there. They were the first school that like I'd gotten information on when I was looking at colleges. Didn't want to come to Ryder at all. And
like is in your backyard, basically.
Yeah, I know. And my brother had gone here, so it was kind of like I wanted to be the rebel. I wanted to go to Philadelphia, do big things. So I came to Ryder and didn't really expect to stay here at all. After a semester, I was still intending on transferring, but I was just kind of, it didn't happen the first year, but I was going to go the second year. Then I was going to go the middle of the second year. And
then you became, involved in student government.
Absolutely.
And the rest is history.
And I love it here. But let me tell you about St. Joe's. That would not have been a fit.
No?
No, and
why?
Well, because
I'm not there. I wasn't there.
This
and you
is
wouldn't
true.
have had, the mentors that you've had over the years,
Absolutely.
right? See?
Absolutely. And
not
I got to tell you.
Shamelessly pat myself on the back.
No, I got to tell you, it just wouldn't fit. The other thing is, Philadelphia and I are cursed. I don't know if you noticed, I was robbed in Philadelphia once.
I remember you, your GPS, and see, you put the scare in me because now I have my GPS, and anytime I go into Philly, I take it down. But you know what, that telltale little ring from the suction cup still sits on your windshield, so my dad, says to me, get some handy wipes and wipe it.
Wipe
so
it off.
Every single time I take the GPS down, I'm supposed to get a handy wipe out? I don't think so.
Yeah, if you go to Philadelphia, you got to take your GPS down, and I had a Beyonce CD stolen from me. So hide
that's worse than the GPS.
Yes.
In many people's minds.
And the other thing I will say is was going out dancing with friends, and I didn't want to carry a wallet. Now, why didn't I want to carry a wallet? Because I wanted to protect my money, because I wanted to do... No. None of those reasons. I didn't want to carry a wallet because I didn't want my butt to look big.
Well, I was just saying, you didn't want that telltale little...
Absolutely. So what I did was I left
baggage.
the wallet in my car, too, and that left as well. So if you're going to park at 12th and Walnut, at least have the frame of mind to say, I don't care how big my butt looks. Right? We're all about body image on this show.
Very well said.
So we just went from Tyra Banks, and now we're going to go a little bit further into, I guess, sports real time. Karin, if we can talk a little bit about, you've been here for a lot of great moments, both dealing with athletics and just in the campus in general. What are some of your great Ryder moments that have really been special to you?
I do have to say that all the Midnight Macknesses that we've done, there's several that stand out. I want to go back to, because it's Friday the 13th today.
Yeah, absolutely.
But a few years ago, we had a Midnight Mackness on Friday the 13th. Yeah. And, every one of them has been special with the students that we work with and everything. Yeah. But that one was Fright Night, and it was just an amazing thing. But the important thing about Mackness that a lot of people probably don't understand is we bring our men's and women's basketball recruits a lot of times to the event, and we've had a string of years where men's basketball, the recruits, their top recruit that they've had at that event has signed because they all say, oh, what a great event, the school spirit and the school pride that you have.
Definitely.
So those are some, obviously any of the events that we work. You and I have worked on University Day and Cranberry Fest and you name it, but I think in 2005, and were you here in 2005?
Yeah, I was here in 2003.
Okay,
it's been a long 7 years.
You were here for the ESPN game versus St. Peter's.
Yes, I was.
And Jerry Johnson, it was his senior year, and we just had a fantastic crowd. Now, of course, you say ESPN, the game's on ESPN, and everyone comes out, but everyone came out wearing their Cranberries.
It was a wild game.
The gym was packed. And it was just a fantastic game back and forth. And it's those moments when you can kind of see that your hard work pays off, that people are buying into some things. But I do actually, another great moment was the time that I hosted the Live with Alpha Psi program
You know, I was going to bring that
few
one
years
up.
ago. I was very nervous. That was my first time. I'm not into acting. I don't, you know, I always played sports. I never did anything like that. So the nerves were out there.
Yeah.
But I think it prepared me for today because look, I'm just rambling on about nonsense right now.
No, I think you did a great job in Live with Alpha Psi. It was the only one I've ever seen actually, and I went to support you. Obviously, I thought that was incredible. But you know what's funny? You mentioned something.